Hello, hello. Welcome to Just Jenna. You have no idea how excited I am that you're here. I'll be sharing the wisdom, questions, and curious little truths I've gathered along the way. From brilliant thinkers to weird memes, from ancient texts to the knowing of nature. Some of what I've learned came from books, some from breakdowns, some from simply paying attention, and some from fumbling through it myself. My hope is that these stories expand you the way that they've expanded me. So maybe, just maybe, you don't have to trip over the same parts of life I did. And if you do trip and fall, it's okay. I won't tell anyone. I want to talk about confidence a little bit because I think I'm finally starting to understand how to articulate this to people. For as long as I can remember, my friends have always said to me that I'm very confident. I seem very confident to them. And when people are speaking to me, they often ask me how I am confident, how to get to the point of feeling confident. And I think I finally know how to articulate myself a little bit. So just bear with me. I haven't wrote anything down. I'm just kind of going to let it go. But I think for everyone to start understanding what confidence is, what at least confidence is to me, you have to reframe and rewire your perspective a little bit. Because a lot of people think that to do something, to do something that requires confidence through their POV, you need to feel confident before doing it. And that's just not how I'm looking at it anymore. You don't need to feel confident to do anything. Confidence comes after the fact. I think a lot of times people look at some of the decisions that I've made in my life and they're like, how are you so confident in doing that? How are you so confident? How did you do that? I need everyone to know and believe me when I say every single flight I've ever been on, every single moving truck I've drove, every single time I've quit a job, every time I've reached out to somebody, every time I have said yes to an opportunity, said no to an opportunity, went in, for example, the other day, I went into a dealership and negotiated a price tag of something. I've never done that before. Every single time I've done anything like that, I've been scared. I have, my body physically is feeling scared. I'm shaking, I'm nervous, I'm hesitant. My mind is telling me a million things and telling me 1,000 reasons why I shouldn't be doing X, Y, and Z. I'm not confident when I'm doing any of these things. I'm confident after the fact, because after I get on the flight, I say no, I say yes, I quit the job, I move here, I do whatever. That has allowed me to get confidence. Confidence is an output of action. Confidence is something that you feel after you do something that you're scared to do. If you're not scared to do it, you're not going to feel proud of yourself. You're not going to feel resilient. You're not going to feel like you're that fucking man. And you know what I mean? If you want to feel confident, you have to do hard things. You cannot wait to feel confident to do something. That's not how it works. At least that's not how it's working for me. Maybe someone else has a different story. And if you do, share your story, share your truth. But my truth just isn't that. My truth is I have developed this level of confidence within myself because I keep proving to myself over and over and over, time and time again, that I can do it. All the things that I've ever been scared to do, I've done it. Not saying they've all been perfect, but doing it is the point here. So for example, the other day, I'm in the process of buying a car right now, and I don't understand anything. Like, when I tell you 2 plus 2 equals question mark to me, that's where I'm at in terms of understanding cars. I really don't get it. I have always been so lucky in the sense that, like, my people around me, my parents and my parents' friends have always just kind of like given me something. I've paid for all of my cars, so don't even get it twisted. But like, they're just like, take this and you give me money. And I'm like, cool, awesome. I've never had like a dream car, a dream situation. So I've always just kind of been like, I've had 2 cars my whole life. My first car, my parents' friends were selling their car a couple of months before I turned 16, and they're like, does Jenna want this car? We'll sell it to her for, I don't even remember how much money it was. I think it was like $3,000. I think it was $3,000. And I test drove it and I was like, sure, why not? Like, I didn't know it. I didn't care. I didn't know. I gave him $3,000 and I was sorted. Same. And then my second car I bought it off my mom. She was like, you give me this money, here's the car. And I'm like, here. I've never had a car payment. I've never done anything. I've always just like had the cash and I was like, here you go. And so I just sold my car in Michigan and now I need to buy a car in California. I get to buy a car in California. But I'm like, I don't know what to do because I've never been in a situation where I had to figure it out before. Someone's always figured it out for me, right? Now, I see this as an opportunity for myself to build confidence because this situation gave me, like, because I started this process over a month ago now. It gave me so much anxiety because I was so scared. Like, when I tell you I didn't understand even what a Toyota, like, I don't understand anything about cars. I'm understanding things about cars now, trust. But a month ago, I had no idea what was going on. I didn't understand what was an American-made car. I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know what my needs were. I didn't understand anything about anything. I was so confused. I didn't know if I should buy something online, if I should go in person. I thought I was going to get fucked over if I went in person. You just hear these stories all the time and whatever, you create your own narrative. And so I was reaching out to everyone that I knew that knew anything about cars and was trying to see if they could help me. And alas, I found myself last Friday, I woke up and I was like, I'm going to fucking do something about this today. Damn it. Like, I'm going to do something about this situation because I need to get a car within the next week because I'm going to San Diego and I need to get a car, period. I need to get something. And clearly I've been praying about it. I've literally been like praying, like, please just like send me something, whatever. And maybe that can still happen. I still don't have a car yet. I was like, Jenna, no one's helping. Like, no one, I have people I'm communicating with. Like, I do have people like helping me in terms of like communicating this situation with me. But at the end of the day, no one is going to get me a car besides me. And I need to get a car. But I'm like, oh my God, in my mind at the time, I was like, I'm just a girl, I'm gonna get taken advantage of, like, oh my God, like, I need, if I could just like have a guy with me, like, whatever. And then I was like, what? No way, Jose. I didn't have the confidence in myself to negotiate a deal. I've never negotiated anything with a stranger. I've never negotiated with like a car salesman, which to me feels very intimidating. And regardless, whatever, I was having all these stories, was hoping and praying that something was going to fall into my lap, and nothing was falling into my lap. So I said, I'm going to go. I found a car that the Carfax seemed okay. I put it through ChatGPT. Okay. I'm using my resources I have available to me. I sent it to my dad. I said, is anything looking weird? And everything seemed fine. So I drove to this car dealership. I was so scared. I was so nervous on so many levels because I'm making this huge purchase. I have zero income right now. There's so many risks involved with buying a vehicle, but okay, I don't need to get into why I would be scared. It was just, I got there and I was like, fuck it. And so I go there, I test drive the car, I take it, and I'm driving it around, and I'm just thinking, and like the whole time, I'm scared. I'm scared that like, I don't know what I'm doing. what if it happens if I like the car, like I'm going to have to now negotiate this deal and I don't even know how to negotiate, but like, anyways, I test drove the car. Everything went great. Okay, I had a great experience, but I knew I didn't want to pay the full price, period. Like I said, I've never negotiated anything in my life. I had no idea what I was going to say. I had no idea what I was going to do, but I get back there. I ask every single question that I could even think to ask the like salesman guy. Then I'm like, okay, I want to talk about price. He's like, okay, you need to go in and talk to Miss Girl. And I'm like, okay. So I go in, I sit down, and I literally just say, okay, everything is super cool. Everything is super awesome. I need you to take $1,000 off this price. Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not confident, though. I'm not fucking confident when I'm sitting across from this lady saying you need to take off $1,000. I just was like, fuck it. I'm going to fucking say it and see what happens. And I also will say, before I went in there, I did tell myself that I was going to ask for $1,000 off the price. And if they weren't going to budge, I was going to leave. And so, mind you, I wasn't feeling confident doing it. There was no part of me that was like feeling like the fucking man. No, I was sitting across there being like, oh my God. Like I can't believe I'm going to like say this. Like because it's so out of my natural element. And I'm like, $1,000 off. Your move, your role, sister. And then she's like, we cannot do that, something about Kelly Blue Book and whatever, and like, this is already a deal. And I'm like, actually, no, it's not a deal, because I put the VIN number through Kelly Blue Book this morning, and actually, it should be $500 cheaper. She's like, I'm looking at it right here, and I'm like, that's great. I'm happy for you. I looked at something earlier today, and I got a different message. And she was like, no. And I was like, okay. And we both just kind of like looked at each other, and then she was like, I can take $200 off. And I was like, $200? No way, Jose. So I packed up all my stuff, because I had my water bottle out. I had a portable charger with me. I had a snack out. I was hungry. And I put everything in my bag, and I'm like, well, okay, thank you so much. And I was so kind. That's also like, I was being kind. But I said, thank you so much for letting me test drive this car. Thank you so much for talking with me for the last hour or two or whatever it was that I was there. I was so polite, but I was like, no, if you change your mind and you want to, and you're open to hearing what I have to say, cool, call me. If not, adios, because I'm leaving. I packed up my shit and I left. The whole time, I wasn't feeling confident when I was leaving. In my head, I was like, I am fucking losing out on a deal. I feel like a fucking idiot. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing. Like, maybe this was a good deal. Maybe it wasn't. It doesn't fucking matter, because I just know I wasn't feeling certain and confident that whole interaction. But I did it anyways, because I've never done it before. And so, whatever, I leave giggling. I'm literally giggling to myself quietly. Like, I'm not like audibly, like it's not out loud. I'm not being rude, but I'm like giggling to myself, because I'm like, I can't believe I just like did all of that. Like, I can't believe I just negotiated, said no, picked up my shit, left. I got in the car and I was like, huh, okay. I wasn't feeling anything revolutionary at this time, but on my drive back, I was feeling like the fucking man. I was feeling so confident. I was feeling so confident in myself now moving forward, because I'm like, oh, now I get it. Oh, now I understand how to quote unquote negotiate, or how to talk about price. And like the next time I go, if and when I go to a dealership, I know how to handle myself. I get things now. I understand kind of like this process that's going on. And I felt so confident. Now moving forward, now I know for certain, now I have confidence in the fact that like my car's gonna come to me, and I'm gonna be able to discern quickly if it's the car for me, yes or no, keep it moving. The reason I wanted to share this story, I guess, because like I said, I didn't plan any of this out. This just kind of came out of me. I'm like, what do we got, 14 minutes? Sure. So the reason why I'm sharing this story is because I realized, oh my God, confidence comes as an output of action of doing something you're scared to do, doing something where you quote unquote don't have confidence in. You're nervous to do it. You're scared to do it. You feel uncertain. The whole time I was not feeling confident. The whole time. I am not kidding you. My attitude I have towards all of this now has completely shifted because I now have confidence because I put myself in this situation and I did it. Not that I didn't do the thing to get an outcome of I need to have this car or I need to negotiate something or I need to have confidence from this. No, I had zero expectations. I just needed to do something that was scary because then I was like feeling proud of myself in the car. I was like telling my friends about it. I was like, oh my God, like I did it. Like I went in there all by myself in my cute little outfit, being me, staying true to myself. I wasn't a bitch. I was being super kind, but I also was like standing on business. When I say standing on business, you need to understand I had no idea what I was even standing on. I just felt like I needed to do it. Was it right or wrong? I don't know. That's not the point here. The point is you need to do the thing that scares you to then have confidence moving forward. Like I said, I know I've already started saying this at the beginning of this recording, but every single time, for example, the day that I left Chicago, the day that I was like, nope, done, and I got the day I ordered my U-Haul, I was shaking when I pushed purchase. Like when I purchased the U-Haul, I was shaking. I was not confident. I wasn't even confident after I made the purchase. When I got the U-Haul, whatever, it was like a stupid little scam and then I had to go get a new one that day, whatever, not the point. But when I got the U-Haul that a couple days later, I was still like, am I making a huge mistake leaving? Like, why am I even leaving? I was still very confused, and I can talk about that time of my life at a different time. But anyways, I wasn't confident of me leaving. No, I was not confident. In my body, I wasn't confident, but I knew I needed to do it. There was something in me that I was listening to that I wasn't listening to the fear. I was listening to the thing that was just go for it, amiga. And so whatever, I'm packing up the car. The whole time I was even packing up my room, I was like, I don't even know if this is right. I have no idea if what I'm doing is right or wrong. I had no confidence in what I was doing. Okay. But I will say I did have confidence in myself in making decisions just because I've built up that bone, that decision-making confidence bone that like, girl, I do be trusting myself. So I'm in the U-Haul. I'm driving out of Chicago, and it wasn't until I was like, well, first of all, there's probably a two-parter because I was feeling confident when I was leaving because I felt good. Like I had a visceral reaction of like, oh, I'm feeling good leaving. Like I was listening to music. I was howling out the window, letting the city, chucking up my double deuces, saying hasta la vista, thank you, but I'm out of here. And I was feeling really confident in that moment. And then obviously when I got back to my parents, I was not feeling confident again, but then I did feel confident. And now I can tell you with 100% confidence and certainty that like, whew, thank God I did that. And I have so much, now I have confidence of like, no, like trusting when I know I need to move. I know when to move. Why do I have confidence in that? Because I've proven to myself that I can listen to myself even when I'm scared. Here's another example of like romantic relationships and love and dating. So I think so many people lack confidence in saying yes and saying no with people because they think they need to feel confident before they do it. When I broke up with my ex-boyfriend, I was not feeling confident about that decision, okay? But after doing it, and I'm telling you, like, it took a while for the confidence of that decision to set in. Now I'm like, oh my God, now I'm confident about that decision making that I made, or the decision that I made, because now I see the way that my life has unfolded and unraveled for both myself and this other person, where I'm like, thank God that happened. But in the moment, I was not confident doing it. And I just want to share all of this because, again, so many people ask me about how do I be confident like you? How do I be confident like you? First of all, don't do anything like me. You got to do it like you, okay? So whatever you're scared to do, that's what you need to do because that's what's going to build your confidence, okay? If you are feeling hesitant about something, but you are feeling called and pulled to do something, but you don't feel confident in doing it, and you're like waiting to feel safe, you're waiting to feel confident, you're waiting to feel like it's the right choice and the right decision, a lot of times, through my experience, a lot of times, this certainty, this knowing, this confidence comes afterwards. So you have to be scared and do it anyways. And also, you feel this sense of just utter, like, it's so personal. It's going to feel so incredibly personal to you. And that's another thing that I really do believe that just continues to build confidence is because it is a relationship between you and your inner world, your inner voices, landscape, whatever. Like all of these things that are constantly going on between your ears and that beautiful brain of yours, the constant chatter. That's when like that harmonious, everyone's on this. When I say everyone, I really am talking about the different voices. And I know I'm not alone when I say that. But just like that inner harmony of like all of the chatter of all these different voices in your head kind of all coming together and being like, oh, I did it all by myself. All by myself. Again, I'm not saying that like, it's not like a attitude of I did it all by myself, like fuck y'all, because that's not true. Again, I'll pull it back to like the car example. I am communicating with people behind the scenes that are like helping me understand more things about cars and what to ask. So it's not like, oh, I did that all by myself. Like I never had help from nobody, because no, I did have help from other people in that regard. I'm just being able to talk through certain things. But who went to the car dealership? Me. Who went and who started negotiating numbers with like big numbers? In my opinion, me. No one else was there. I did it all by myself. No one else could even witness it besides me. No one else was there to hold my hand when I walked in there besides me. No one was there to give me flowers after I said what I was going to do and I left. No one was there to give me flowers besides me. I got in the car and I patted myself on the back. I was like, oh, you go, girl. Like, you really are that little diva. Like, look at you go. Perhaps, I don't know if it's like a reframe necessarily, but like if you were always thinking you needed to have confidence, or just if you were thinking about confidence in a different type of way, maybe this is going to help you. Maybe it's going to help you because I do seem like I'm even confident now talking about confidence because I keep doing these sorts of things. Here's another little finisher example. Hold on. I was not confident at all putting this camera up right now and getting my microphone out. I wasn't feeling confident necessarily to talk about confidence. But I put everything up because I was feeling this like, I feel something usually like in my throat when I know I need to speak, and like if I'm like silencing myself from like fears of being stupid, being perceived as whatever, being perceived as a smart aleck. It's one of my triggers, but wounds, not a trigger, it's a wound. But anyways, now through, I don't know, I've been recording for 24 minutes. Now I have even more confidence to talk about other aspects of my life that I have been not feeling confident to share on a microphone online with other people that are going to listen. I wasn't feeling confident when I put this up. No, but like you could even see like my demeanor. I guarantee it. I bet you can see what a great experiment this was. You can see my attitude at the beginning of the conversation till now, and I'm like bouncy and I'm like saying stuff and I'm feeling like light and I'm more me, more whatever, more confident talking and seeing myself on this camera and using a microphone and all these things because I did it. I was not feeling confident before I pushed record. No, you're not going to feel confident until after you do the thing, but continuing to build this bone, this confident bone in yourself it is worth every ounce of sweaty palms, being scared, being nervous, not having the first 5 minutes of a conversation or a talk feel as good as you want it to. It's worth it, because the more you keep doing this, the more you just feel that sense of, I got me, I'm going to be okay. And carrying that kind of attitude with you for the rest of your life is so important, and it's been so crucial for me. But you have to do hard things. You have to do things that scare you. And I'm like, my eyes just got huge. And acknowledging it after you've done it, I think, is also very important. I'm going to bring up the car example one more time, and I think I'm going to wrap it up because I think I'm already starting to talk in circles. But I acknowledged the fact after I got in the car, after I went and drove around the car and I was negotiating the deal and I walked out of the dealership or whatever because they weren't budging, I acknowledged that I felt like a badass. I acknowledged that I felt super cool. I acknowledged the fact that I just did something that I did not think I could do. I acknowledged how just awesome I felt and how proud I felt of myself. And I think also doing that has also really helped me, which will also help you proceed with confidence. I just want everyone to be confident decision makers. It's been huge in my life because the more you do it every single day. Trust me. Do little things that scare you every single day to be like, oh my God, I can do it. I can handle it. I can handle whatever. Okay. So anyways, that is my spiel about confidence. And yeah, I just want everyone to be confident. But you're the only person that knows the secret sauce to develop your own confidence. Because I don't have the same fears as you do. I do not. We might have similar ones. Everyone has I think similar archetypal fears and whatever. But you're the only person that knows that you're scared to raise your hand or approach somebody or do something like that. You should 100% go do that thing. 100%. And then acknowledge that hey, you did it. How cool is that? So anyways, I love you guys because I just know the people that are listening to my podcast are just I don't know. I'm starting to feel safer because I really want to start using my podcast, I think, to talk about more personal things, because on my other social media accounts, I really just talk about general things. I don't talk about my personal life because it feels scary. You know what I'm saying? But on my podcast, I'm a very select few people consume this content, and the people that do, I'm oh my God, I want to tell you guys about what's going on. But yeah, I'm just I'm slowly getting myself in there. Okay? So anyways, I love you guys, and I hope you have a great, fabulous, and confident day. And just remember that you're a human being, and that's okay. We're all just human beings, and confidence is the output of action. It's an output. You don't feel it before, you feel it after. Okay, I love you guys.